Getting Hard Away Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it the last time. Hit that subscription button there as well. Talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, and not just today. Today, we're here with the boxing EP. We got Abdullah Mason taking on Albert Bell. We're going to preview the fight. We're going to break it down. I'm going to give y'all my predictions. Right. And we're going to talk about what I think is going to happen on the night. This fight was not an original fight, right? Albert Bell was supposed to fight Andy Cruz on this card. And then we had Abdullah Mason that was fighting Joe Cordina on this card. But Joe Cordina, let's say he had visa issues, right? He did have visa issues, right? The reason it's kind of funny, right? But he did have Joe Cordina had visa issues, right? So they moved Albert Bell from the co-main up to the main event. Now, there's a few, backstories with this. Some I like, some I don't like. We'll start with the one that I don't like, right? But we'll start with the well, I like it and I don't like it, right? I like the fact that Albert Bell is finally getting his opportunity, right, to fight for a championship. He was supposed to do it against Andy Cruz. And I myself, I tell y'all now, I was going to take Albert Bell versus Andy Cruz. I know I could have got Andy Cruz, was going to be the favorite. I could have got Albert Bell at nice underdog money. I was taking Albert Bell over Andy Cruz. I think Albert Bell uh was everything wrong for Andy Cruz, right? But he was going to fight Andy Cruz. But Andy Cruz, I think he got hurt. He got injured or something like that. I mean, no, not Andy Cruz got hurt. Joe Cordina had visa issues, right? And then they took Albert Bell um, from the Andy Cruz fight into this Abdullah Mason fight, right? So we get an amazing fight. Albert Bell just finally getting that title shot, right? That's been so long avoiding him. He's had about a good 4 or 5 title eliminators, right? You know what I mean? Up until this point, he's had 4 or 5 title eliminators for real, for real. Like no, not even joking. Way back since he's been signed to Top Rank, right? You know what I mean? He's been having eliminators, and he hadn't seemed to got his title shot yet. He's about to get it, right? So that is the good thing, right? But the bad thing is that he's going to have to do it against somebody that he knows well, somebody that he has done a lot of training, a lot of sparring with, somebody from his own state and own city, right, own region, right? Against Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason, this is going to be what his first title defense, if I'm not mistaken. Right, he won the title against. No, he. I think this is going to be his first title defense. What's good, right, Buck? Right, he won the title in his last fight. Um, his name is slipping me right now, but the British guy, right? Pretty good British guy too. But he won the title in his last fight. I think this is going to be his first title defense. So him getting Albert Bell in his first title defense, that's a doozy. You getting Albert Bell at any title defense, right, is a doozy. But I don't like the fact that, they're putting Albert Bell against, Abdullah Mason for his first shot. Of all the times y'all actually gave him one, of all the people to have this title, no, now he can get his shot against Abdullah Mason, right? But I think it's unfair, right? How Albert Bell has been treated since get up until getting this title shot. I even think it's unfair the way that he's getting his title shot, how he went from Andy Cruz to Abdullah Mason, right? But we are here now, and I do think this is going to be a good fight. I think this is an interesting fight, right? I know a lot of people, most people feel like Abdullah Mason is probably just going to come here. He's going to sweep up Albert Bell, right? And I don't think it's going to go quite like that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Albert Bell is a veteran. He's very, very mature. He has a thick, unfair. He has a he's an unfair. He could have turned it. That I say it's unfair the way he got it, my nigga. I didn't say the fight was unfair. I said it's unfair the way he got it. You got to get that wax out your ear. But anyway, I digress. If you throw me off too much, I'm gonna get you up out of here. But anyway, I digress. Because I think it's gonna go a little different, like than most people think. Right? I think most people expecting Abdullah Mason, to come in here to come in here and sweep Abdullah up. I don't quite think it's going to go that way. Go quite like that, right? Abdullah is a mature fighter. He's a veteran. He has a deep amateur pedigree, right? He's undefeated, so he's a fighter. I'm saying he's undefeated because he's a fighter that has not learned how to lose. Uh, right? He has an excellent jab. He's rangy, so Abdullah Mason isn't going to have as much size advantage as he would normally as he has in most of his fights. Him and Abdullah are about the same height. Him and Abdullah are about, you know what I mean, the same height. And Abdullah isn't the guy who's going to be flustered, right? You know what I mean, or overwhelmed by getting in the ring with Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is at that point in his career, right, where we can see that the talent is there. He's great, but we're looking for those opponents, right? The right opponents to match him up with to see exactly what he's got and to get him to the next level, right? I think Albert Bell checks both of those boxes. Albert Bell presents something a little different than what Abdullah Mason is used to. And what I mean by that is he's not going to be the guy who's going to come out there and just try to run over Abdullah Mason. He's not going to be the guy who's going to come out there and just try to walk Abdullah Mason down. Albert Bell is a top-notch boxer. He's a top-notch boxer. He uses his IQ. He uses the ring. He uses his jab. He's defensively sound. All right. He's offensively aware. This is going to be a good matchup for Abdullah Mason. Albert Bell is going to make Abdullah Mason do. He's going to make Abdullah Mason do things. I'm not going to say that he's going to make him do things he's uncomfortable with, but he's going to make Abdullah Mason do things that he hasn't been too familiar with, right? In his most recent fights, right? His most recent fights, he's had to worry about guys, coming in that thing trying to knock him out. In this fight, he's going to have to worry about. This fight is going to be more like a chess match, right, than it is a war, right? I think this is going to be more of chess than it is war. We all know Abdullah Mason likes war. So in my mind, Abdullah Mason is going to want to come in here. He's going to want to put the pressure on Albert Bell. That I know. Abdullah Mason can box very well too. He's an educated boxer as well, but he likes to fight. And that's what I think he's going to try to do with Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason is 5'9". Albert Bell is 6 foot. Abdullah Mason has a 74-inch arm reach. Albert Bell has a 73-inch arm reach. So Abdullah Mason actually has a 1-inch arm reach. Albert Bell is 6 foot tall. 22 years old to 33 years old. That's what I mean, by that veteran. Albert Bell is coming off a win over Keith Hunter. Abdullah Mason is coming off a win over Sam Noakes, right? And Abdullah Mason beat Jeremiah Nakatila before that, right? Albert Bell has wins over Jason Velez, and he also has wins over William and Carcion, right? So this is going to be a great fight, I think. So Albert Bell is going to be taller, and the reaches are going to be about the same, right? 1 inch reach advantage. There isn't too much, on either side. Isn't too much either way, right? I don't think so. Let's just say that they're about the same size. Albert Bell does have that height advantage. He's the guy that uses his height, all right. And when you have, 3 inches in height and your arm reach is an inch shorter, everything kind of evens out. But I think Abdullah Mason is going to want to I think Abdullah Mason is going to want to press forward in this fight. A lot of people don't think that Albert Bell could hurt Abdullah Mason, and I'm not gonna say that Albert Bell can't hurt him because it is boxing and anything can happen. But I say this: Albert Bell doesn't necessarily need to hurt Abdullah Mason in order for him to win this fight, right? Doesn't necessarily need to hurt him. You know what I mean? Albert Bell's game plan is going to come in here and be to out savvy him, out veteran him, out class him in a sense. All right. Who do you think the better boxer is of the two? While I do think Abdullah Mason is more dangerous than Albert Bell, I'm not all the way sold that Abdullah Mason is just flat out a better boxer than Albert Bell. I think Abdullah Mason's best shot in this is to try and press Albert Bell out. Right. Avoid his shots, walk through his shots, but you never want to go in there thinking the guy don't have power because Albert Bell, while I wouldn't consider him a knockout puncher by any means of I won't consider him a knockout puncher by any stretch of the imagination. He does have knockouts, right? And he does have knockouts in his recent fights, right? It was about 3 fights ago Right. Keith Hunter, Jose Ruiz, he didn't knock out, but he knocked out Jonathan Romero, right? So he does have knockouts. I don't think Abdullah Mason is going to be in much fear of getting knocked out, right? But I do think Albert Bell is also going to have to be as sharp as he's ever been. He's going to have to be as defensively sound as he's ever been. He wants to he wants to confuse, you know what I mean, Abdullah Mason, right? He wants to frustrate him being the younger fighter. So I think that's going to be him controlling range, controlling distance, him not getting into a firefight. And I think that he's going to Albert Bell is going to have to be, you know, first with Abdullah Mason to kind of discourage him and not let him get in a really good rhythm. I do know Albert Bell personally, man. We have conversations back and forth. So this fight was really tough for me. You know what I mean? Break it down, really tough for me to pick. Right. So first thing I'm gonna tell you is I do think this fight is going the distance. I'm gonna just say that after, but I do think it's going distance. I don't think nobody is going to get knocked out, right? So that would be my plan is the fight to go the distance, right? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm getting a shot at Albert Bell on the plus money. I'm gonna play Albert Bell. I ain't telling y'all to play Albert Bell. I ain't telling you to go play Albert Bell. Abdullah Mason probably should win this fight. He should. He should. But I'm expecting this line to be crazy by the time the fight starts. I'm pretty sure a lot of money is going to come in out of Abdullah Mason. So I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna wait. And I'm gonna just take me a stab in the dark. I'm gonna take me a shot on the underdog, Albert Bell. But schematically, Abdullah Mason most definitely could stop. You know what I mean? Albert Bell, especially if you believe that Albert Bell can't hurt Abdullah Mason, he just can walk straight through his punches, which I don't believe. Right? If you believe he's just going to walk straight through his punches, most definitely take Abdullah Mason for the knockout. You'll probably be able to good odds on that for my odds hunters, for my gamblers, for my betters. Uh, right? But I'm gonna try my value hunting with Albert Bell as the dog. But I'm not mad at nobody taking Abdullah Mason. I honestly get it. True enough, Abdullah Mason probably should win this fight, but I'm taking my shot on the underdog, Albert Bell, and this don't have anything to do with like his skill set, or anything like that. This is strictly a play on the number, right? This is boxing. Crazy things happen. I like when crazy things happen. What's better than a good old upset? So I'm gonna roll with Albert Bell, for the value in it. But you're not crazy for taking Abdullah Mason at all, man. I know most people think Abdullah Mason gonna stop him, and I can't even blame you for thinking Abdullah Mason is gonna stop him, especially if you believe that uh Albert Bell won't be able to keep Abdullah Mason up off of him. Most definitely, right? Most definitely. But this is gonna be a good fight, man. This is the kind of fight Abdullah Mason needs, right? I think this fight is going to test him, but it's not going to test him like, oh, can he stand in the fire and bang? This fight is going to test his IQ. It's going to test his wit. It's going to test his discipline. This kind of fight with Albert Bell, he gonna find out what's on the inside of the intangible part of him is going to be tested. The mental, I meant the mental, I said intangible. The mental part of him is going to be tested in this fight with Albert Bell because Albert Bell is a tactician. Albert Bell is a tactician. Right. He's a pure boxer. He's a pure boxer, right? So I think he's gonna more so be tested in that way than he is in the physical way. I know Albert Bell is not coming out here thinking, oh, I'm gonna out physical him, right? So he's gonna have to figure out this puzzle for Albert Bell. I ain't mad at nobody taking Albert Bell for the win again. Albert Bell most definitely should win this. I mean, not Albert Bell. Abdullah Mason most definitely should win this fight. Right. But I'm going a little dog hunt with my guy, Albert Bell. You know what I mean? Type deal. But don't come in here acting like you picking Abdullah Mason. You like you picking the plus 1,200 underdog or something. You know what I mean? Abdullah Mason. Abdullah Mason probably is gonna stand on business. He probably is gonna stand on business, right? But I do think this fight goes the distance. But I do think this fight goes the distance. Right? I don't necessarily think Abdullah Mason stop him. So that's a way for me. That's a way for you to make some money on this as well. That's the way for you to make some money on this as well. I think he make it. I do think Albert Bell make it. I do think Albert Bell make it the distance. Right. This is a good fight, man. Big fight weekend. This July 4th card. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long with this EP. That's because I'll be back live in a minute for the WNBA night. It's WNBA night. We're getting ready for Aces Liberty. So y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all like this video if you ain't like this video. Y'all came through. I'm gonna be mad at y'all if y'all came through and y'all didn't hit my like button. That's exactly what y'all did because I only got 5 likes. Why y'all be coming through people's stuff and not hitting that like button? Mm. Y'all hit that thumbs up, man. If you're in the building right now, you clearly wanted to know what I thought. You clearly wanted to know who I thought was gonna win and who I was picking, right? So why don't y'all come in? So why don't y'all come in and hit that thumbs up for your boy? Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate that, man. Matter of fact, let's go to the books real quick. Let's go to the books real quick. Let's see if we got it. We probably don't got no methods on this. This a Tuesday. We probably don't got no methods on this, man. It's just a Tuesday, right? But let me see. Let me check my luck. Maybe FanDuel has some maybe FanDuel has some methods around this joint. Let's see. It's cool. Let me check DK first. They should have methods for the main event. The line is in at minus 425 for Mason, plus 300 for Abdullah. Hopefully we get that thing up to like plus 500. So DraftKings don't got odds for it yet. Let's check. Let's check FanDuel real quick, see if they got methodology. FanDuel normally have methodology pretty early, especially for the main event card, so they might have it. Okay, methodology. Mason's plus 200 on the points. He's minus 105 by the knockout. So Mason plus 200. You know what I mean? His decision, that ain't bad. If I'm on Mason, I'm playing Mason at the plus 200. If I'm on Mason, I'm playing Mason at the plus 200, right? Unless you go just take him on the line and then, parlay him with something else. Right, but I'm gonna slap Abel on his own, right? I'm gonna do Abel on the single, right? You know what I mean? I'm gonna slap Abel on the single. I may end up parlaying Abdul Mason, right? May play Abel on the single, parlay Abdul Mason. That way I just sit back and I enjoy the fight. I bet on both guys, right? I bet on both guys, right? That's how we gonna do that thing. As far as the ticket though. As far as the ticket go, right? But I did tell y'all my fight breakdown that Abdul Mason has all the abilities to win this fight. He most definitely does. Most definitely does. He should win this fight. Right? He should win this fight. I'm just not taking him to win this fight. Right? He most definitely should win this fight. If you're asking me my expert analysis, right? If I had to lean somewhere, I would say that Abdul Mason probably, you know, I would say Abdullah Mason probably is able to break, through the he's able to break through the jabs. He's able to break through the wall that Albert Bell sets up, right. I don't think he stops him, but I think he's able to break through enough, you know what I mean, to win this fight on the cards, right? Type deal. Because he didn't stop Sam Noakes, right? Sam Noakes is a tough somebody. He didn't stop Sam Noakes. This is gonna be a different fight. I don't think Albert Bell's going to be there as much to be hit as most guys anyway, right? So that's why I'm really thinking that Albert Bell don't get stopped, right? I'm not mad if Abdullah Mason get the I'm not mad at you for thinking Abdullah Mason get the stoppage. I'm pretty sure everybody who's going to pick Abdullah Mason is going to take Abdullah Mason probably by stoppage. Right. I'm pretty sure everybody who's picking Abdullah Mason is going to take him by stoppage. Rich Reloaded. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. He said, Young Doula. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. Rich Reloaded, bro. I don't know if you subscribe to the channel, but if you could do your boy solid and subscribe to the channel, we'll greatly appreciate that. We'll greatly appreciate that. Till you heard it here first. Bell is going to pull off. Manny Pacquiao, he will upset Mason. What's good, Warrior Loft? Shout out my guy, Warrior Loft. Warrior Loft, I'm with you. I'm actually putting my money on Albert Bell. Right. I'm actually putting my cash on Albert Bell. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. He's on my register scrap. Okay, appreciate that. So I'm actually with you as far as that. But I told y'all what I'm gonna do. Right? I'm gonna double it up. Right? I'm gonna go Albert Bell on the single because that thing plus 300, and I actually think it'll be more than plus 300 by the time that fight actually starts. I think I think the line will be even bigger than plus 300. So I'm gonna wait on it. Right. I'm probably gonna parlay up. I'm gonna parlay up Abdullah Mason right now with Tiger Johnson and Shushu. And then I'm gonna wait to Albert Bell because I'm thinking money is gonna come in on Abdullah Mason. So I'm gonna wait and try to get an even bigger plus money on Albert Bell. Technique was good. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Technique, man. If you could hit that thumbs up for your boy. We in here shooting the spit, man. She in here shooting. We actually ain't shooting the spit. This is the breakdown. Right. You know, these can go up to 8 minutes, or I try to do them within 30, right? So I guess we going to like 25 or the 30-minute mark. You know what I mean? At this point. But y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Shout out my guy Technique. Hit that thumbs up, Technique. Who y'all got? And if y'all tell me who y'all got. Y'all tell me who y'all got. I told y'all who I got. I told y'all what I'm doing. Marissa Alvarez. What's good, Marissa Alvarez? Marissa Alvarez. I feel like I might have seen you in here before, but just in case I haven't seen you in here before, Marissa, could you subscribe to the channel for me? If you ain't subscribed, greatly appreciate you sliding through. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. He's out here when I came in. Appreciate that. He's Albert Bell. Is not a good matchup for him because of his speed and length, but I don't think he has enough power to gain Abdullah respect. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the biggest thing, right? Can he hit Abdullah hard enough, right, to get Abdullah to respect him, to get Abdullah to stop coming forward in this thing, right? I got 6 likes, man. I got 9 of y'all in here right now, so I should have more than 6 likes because it's 9 of y'all in here right now. So somebody in here ain't do they thug dizzle, right? Somebody in here ain't do they thug dizzle. But I greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through. It's a banger though. It's a big fight weekend. I predicted the other I predicted Tiger Johnson and Shushu fights in my shorts, y'all. So if y'all want my Tiger Johnson and Shushu prediction and breakdown, I put it in the shorts. Y'all gotta make sure y'all keep your eyes on them shorts too, because I drop a lot of work up in those things. But my other two boxing predictions are in the shorts. This is my main event boxing prediction. You know, I be having I be having to put something in the shorts, right, to keep to keep us going in that algorithm, right? But I do think Abdullah Mason wins the fight, y'all. I'm taking Albert Bell. I'm taking Albert Bell, right? But Abdullah Mason should win the fight, right? But I'm hoping that Albert Bell wins it, right? I'm pulling for Albert Bell, hoping Albert Bell wins it. I hate that they even had to fight one another. I wish he could have just fought Andy Cruz, right? You know what I mean? 'Cause I think he had something for Andy Cruz. I had that junk locked, loaded, and ready to go. Albert Bell at their under money versus Andy Cruz. I know Andy Cruz was way too small. They didn't want it to be another black champion. They wanted to be too many black champions. You can't have uh Abdullah Mason being the black champion. You can't have uh uh Albert Bell being the black champion. You can't have too many black champions, especially not from the same place, right? Andy Cruz is black, right? But he's Cuban. You know what I mean? So I digress. I guess that don't work because they both black people. But you can't have two. First, you can't have two American blacks, Albert Bell and Abdullah Mason, right? You can't have two Muslims. You can't have two Muslims being the champion. All right, there you go. Boom. You can't have two Muslim champions. Is Andy Cruz a Muslim? Is Andy Cruz Muslim? But yeah, man, they I don't know, man. I guess they just didn't want, Albert Bell getting the champ being the champ. But man, great fight, man. We winning, right? As the boxing fans, as the boxing country, we're winning. We're the ones that's winning. With this fight, right? But if y'all got any questions, man, let me know. We're about to come back for the Aces versus Liberty game, right? So I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long with this EP because right, we're gonna have a time where we can actually kick it, and that's gonna be on the next EP that I run, right? Is I want to make sure I don't think Cruz Muslims. He might be right. So maybe it's a Muslim thing. Maybe it's a Muslim thing. But nah, man, I'm just playing. I digress. But like, I like this fight, man. This is what Abdullah Mason needs, right? This and again, this I don't think he a Muslim. Okay, fact. Okay, bet. So I don't think this is gonna be a physical test for Abdullah Mason. I think this is going to be a musical test, a boxing test, a school test. We gonna see exactly how good Abdullah Mason boxing skills are. I think in this fight because Albert Bell most definitely is going to make him use them. Right? I don't think he's just going to be able to go in there corner Albert Bell and put him out like everybody thinking. I think Albert Bell gonna make him use all the tools in that tool bag. And I think we as the fans are going to be the ones that win in the end, right? So Abdullah Mason should win this fight. I'm putting my money on Albert Bell at the dog money. I'm gonna wait because I'm thinking that that line is going to grow. It's going to grow for Albert Bell. Is that Bell will time Mason all day. Warrior Loft. So Warrior Loft think Bell is gonna win. What y'all think Bell is gonna win? Who you have, Rich? He said he gonna stop him. Oh, young dude. Okay, Rich Reloaded said Dula gonna stop him. Okay, right. So It's that kind of fight. But y'all catch me on the WNBA stream, man. We could talk about the fight all day on the next stream, right? But appreciate y'all coming to. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the thumbs up, man. When hit the thumbs up when you click on the video. But I'm out, man. Skin all the way Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. It's the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look, salute. Tell a friend. Tell a friend.